connection towards them. To them. So, I'm just facing this week just like others.
You don't expect any text messages or any of that this week?
Not really, to be honest. But if I do, I'll probably just, respond lightly and just go about my business. But I'll probably just keep the trash talking to a minimum and, just wait till, the performance on the field by the team.
You're facing a quarterback that has 10 touchdown passes so far this season. What kind of challenges does he bring this week?
Yeah, he's definitely a good quarterback. He's big, and he's very accurate. And he has some good receivers who can stretch the field. So he's definitely been beneficial for him. But we face some good quarterbacks throughout the season. So it's not like we're not used to seeing good quarterbacks. So I feel like we'll be well prepared.
Do you think Boyd and Street are the best tandem you guys have faced, wide receiver tandem so far this year? What challenge? I guess what do you see in them? What do you think of? Do you guys see this as a big kind of opportunity to show yourselves as a secondary again?
Yeah. Well, every week is a good opportunity for our defense, especially secondary, to show ourselves and not discipline in the way we play ball, but. They are a good tandem. 23, true freshman, I believe, and Street, he's an older guy, one of the guys I know. And like I said, they stretch the field vertically with their speed, and they've caught some difficult passes as I've seen. So it should be fun.
How much have the coaches been using last year's game film? When you played up there at Hines to get you motivated this week?
It's all learning. It's a learning tape, learning experience. We had some poor tackling and just poor technique fundamentals, especially in the perimeter. So we got to come out this game and make sure, we're sound and, in those things.
How well do you know Street? What's that relationship like?
I played against him in high school. I was a true freshman right before he was about to leave. He was a senior in the school he played for. And, I just played against him and other guy like Antone Gonzalez. He's at linebacker now, but he was quarterback back then, but I know him, somewhat well.
How about Anton's situation being cleared, then not playing? What do you see from him, and what do you expect from him this week?
I believe he's going to be working in, but I guess that's his personal choice or whatever he's talked through with the coaches. So if he's ready to play, then he's ready to play, and that's on him definitely.
Big plays on the field, long, fast receivers, so they can stretch the field and they have great hands. They make all the tough catches. So we just got to come in there with our mindsets right, and make them. We have to challenge them to make them catch those tough catches.
Do you feel like you've been playing pretty well? You guys were getting a lot of pub as it was, but do you feel like you got better against North Carolina, or think some things you need to correct? What did you take from that game?
As a squad,
I guess as a secondary first.
Secondary, I think we got better. That was probably coming into the season one of the best receiver teams we faced. So they were long, just like Pittsburgh, but they had more. They had long, tall corner receivers that can go up and make plays. Deep run, huge tight end, probably the best tight end in the nation. So we just had to go out there and make plays and really communicate and just know what we had to expect. I think we got better from that game.
Do you feel entirely comfortable in your role right now, doing everything that's asked of you as a defensive back?
Yes, I do. Coach Gray, he's hard on us, and that's something we hate and we like. But you just got to come in every day with your mind on right and just be willing to learn. Take criticism. If you can't take criticism, especially at the DB position, then you might want to just move positions because he gives you a lot of it, and you can't take it to heart. You just got to take it and get better with it.
There was some talk last week that you might be put into some packages to play some wide receiver. I don't know how much there is to that. Does that excite you? Is that something that you want to do? Or?
Yeah. Just coming in, I want to do anything that can help my team. So if that means moving me to receiver for a couple snaps, and I'm all for it. I played receiver in high school, so it's nothing new to me. I go up and get the ball. So
did anybody recruit you as a wide receiver, or was it all DB?
Yeah, they recruited me as a wide receiver. Missouri, North Carolina. A few other schools recruit me as wide receiver. So.
How many reps are you getting there during the week?
I'm getting limited reps. We're going to hold off on it for a little bit until we actually know the basis of what we're going to do. So, but I have already seen reps at receiver position.
Is that something you could see maybe expanding during the spring when you don't have to worry about game planning for an upcoming opponent and things like that?
Yeah. Once I get the the defensive back spot all the way down, I can work in a little bit more receiver. Our receivers are great right now, but coaches want to see me go up and get the ball and things of that nature. So I think once next year happens, I'll be able to see a little bit more receivers. They still want me there.
Basically, I needed more time to fine-tune some things. I wasn't at the level that I wanted to be at in guard perform. I could have been solid, but I want to be able to perform at a very high level. I don't want to go out there again until I can perform at the best corner in the country. That's my goal, so that's what I'm working for.
You're pretty good right now. Is today your most exert your most effort today, and not effort, but most energy out in practice?
Today, I try to exert the same amount of energy. I try to give my all every time. But I stay after practice and do stuff, so I just feel like getting in some conditioning after practice, so that's why
When you make a decision like this, do you look at the fact that you guys have a bye next week? If you're not going to do it this week, you give you another 2 weeks to get back in?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I feel like it's a blessing that we have a bye this early. I don't think we've ever had that before. But if I'm not ready this week, then I think that bye week might be ample time for me to get back. That'll definitely be time where I can sharpen, get to perfection on those things that I'm lacking or was lacking, and definitely can sharpen some things up and get in better shape.
What was just
Make
not
sure
quite there?
y'all ask him about that tailback that ran past him today too in practice.
Back to catch a ball
Until he
today.
can cover our tailbacks, he's gonna have a hard
I
time.
wasn't even playing the coverage. I was just pressing because I saw the running backs, and I just thought it was easy money.
This has been going on for a while.
What do you need to see from yourself to know that you're back? I mean, what's holding you back right now, do you think?
That's for me. That's for me. There are just some things that I just need to sharpen up. And it's not, I can do it, but it's just doing it consistently. Doing it 85-90% of the time when I'm out there. So that's something that I'll continue to look at on film to see if I'm getting better at those things. And I think I did that today. I think I took a stride.
I know it's different circumstances. What did you think of the Clowney thing this weekend? Did you empathize with him at all?
What did he didn't play?
He didn't play. He asked to be held out because he was injured. And it's similar to different circumstances, obviously.
I'm not sure how serious his injury was, but he has to do, at the end of the day, he has to do his best for his health. So, he's a great player. He's shown that, so I wouldn't doubt him in any way. If he could play, I think that he would get out on the field and play. So, that's his decision. But if he's hurt and can't go, then he can't go.
I'm sure they had. What was the time frame? How did your decision go last week? Take me through that process.
It was something that I just discussed with the people that are in my corner, basically just the coaches and my family and stuff like that. Coach Gray as well, they were all part of me making the decision. I didn't make the decision until late Thursday night. I had my travel backpack, I had everything ready to go, and I just thought about it a little bit more and thought that I was making a decision that was probably based on just the excitement of being here and kind of rushing things and running into things. So it took me a little bit to get over that, and then I think I made a smart decision. It'll be better for me.
So have you made a decision for this weekend?
No, I'll do that on probably Thursday again, just to see how I look today on film and see how tomorrow goes.
Is it the sort of thing?
My thing is that we kind of went through this last year. We didn't get the run game started a whole lot, but it's just something you got to take. It's going to get better. That's how I always try to keep it positive.
How much of it is, because I know some of it is, the line doesn't block, right? Some of it is the receiver doesn't block. Some of it is the back misses the hole. How much do you think is the backs right now? How well are you guys executing, or is there a lot to improve there?
I felt like, all the backs, we left a little bit of holes. We left some yards on the ground. that's kind of, there was a couple of runs where we could have hit a whole different way or cut it different way and made, better outcomes out of it. That's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, real quick.
How'd you feel this past week? So really, you didn't get any carries against Georgia Tech, but you got carries against North Carolina. How was your health?
I felt good. That week against Georgia Tech, where I didn't, get hit or anything, that probably helped me out a whole lot. And I felt real good. I was able to do pretty much everything, and just go out there and run, and take hits as well. So I felt good.
People talk about the revenge factor against Pitt. I know you talk about that in the build-up throughout the week going into the game, but is that still in your mind during the course of the game, or is it when that first snap comes out, is it just another football game at that point?
Yeah, once that first snap comes out, you pretty much put everything, that happened last year behind. You just go out there and you worry about winning. You don't think about what happened last year. It's definitely something to think about how those guys, beat up on us last year, and it pretty much, just wore us out overall, offense and defense. So, we want to be better this year.